My name is Anurag. I'm one of the co-founders of Calyptia, and we are an observability company that created the open source project Fluentd and Fluent Bit. We're the creators and maintainers of those projects. They're part of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation. They sit next to Prometheus, Kubernetes, as a graduated level project. So they really help users as they collect data and send that data to many different observability backends and sources. Yeah, we use Instruqt to help all of our users, our open source users, learn how to use the software, learn all of the features, what are capabilities, and how to deploy it in complex environments or simple environments. So both Kubernetes as well as Linux servers, Windows servers, and other environments. Yeah, we have it part of our open source website, so anyone can come, try to read the documentation, and as they're reading the documentation, they want to try something out. They can click into the Instruqt labs. They can go ahead and play around with a free-form sandbox environment. They can go through a couple of instructor-led sessions, self-service lessons, try out how to send data to their existing backends, or go ahead and use some of the backends we've set up for them. Yeah, actually, we were in desperate need of trying to find something to help all our users who wanted to try out the software, and really we were looking for what folks had been using in other open source projects, and somehow we stumbled upon Instruqt, and with a well-placed ad we clicked and signed up. So we've had Instruqt available for all our open source users for about a month now. And we started building a lot of the content maybe two or 3 months ago. Really the main challenge that we were trying to solve is any friction in getting the software set up and making sure a user has the ability to try it out. And we wanted to remove all of that, so no installation, no prerequisites, just click and go for it. So for us, the main requirement was that it was really easy for a user to go and click and set up. We didn't have any requirements around checking correctness or anything like that, so for us, the platform was a great fit because it supported containers, it supported Kubernetes, and that's where most of our users are leveraging the software. I think for us, Instruqt really stood out because of how cloud native it was itself. So because we are selling a cloud native technology, our users are leveraging cloud native technologies, Instruqt really just was a natural fit for all of it. It had container support, had Kubernetes support, it had all of the Terraform style modules that would run. It was really just matching our development paradigm that we were used to, and it fit very, very well. Yeah, good question. We looked at what it would take to build something like that, and for us, it was how could we go prioritize that against all of the fires and other things that we needed to go take care of, and Instruqt was really that easy button out where we could say we could devote 1/3 the time and give 3 times the experience. Yes, so the best feature, and I don't know if it is a feature, but I would call it the hot start. And basically we've provisioned, we just ran a large conference, and we told everyone in the conference, you can go and click this button and start an environment, and it had all the resources pre-provisioned, and we didn't have to worry about any of that. So hot start for us is just a game changer, so folks can click and have immediate value. Sure, so we have traditionally held a Fluent conference, which is a co-located event with Kubernetes conference. This is the 3rd one. We did one last time in Europe, all virtual. We did one in North America, hybrid, and this year again, both a hybrid event. We've had great speakers from Amazon to Microsoft to Fidelity Investments, Neiman Marcus, a whole variety of folks. And one of the key things that usually comes up with these co-located conferences is the user feedback. And one of the number one thing is we want more workshops. We want to learn more. And we tried last year to do a GitHub-based, follow the code, run Docker Compose, but folks would just run the command and be done, and we had allocated so much time, and I don't think folks got as much value. This year though, we switched all of that from source code and Docker Compose into Instruqt, And really you could see there was a big difference. You're seeing people click through the labs, you get stats on how many people started, how many people finished. And actually I think the best part is after we're done, the content's still there. So any of our open source users that want to go learn about how Fluent Bit works with Open Metrics, Prometheus, and M3 database, they can go and click and learn. So big game changer for us. Yeah, we had a user come up today and tell us that they really loved the workshop. They told us they loved the platform too, so already getting good feedback there. And yeah, I'm hoping we'll get the feedback back from the conference. People will like the workshops, and I think yeah, people were really excited about how they could go and look at different configuration files. They could use all the services that they're used to, and they didn't really have to make any compromises there. As technology continues to evolve, we are still at a point where simplicity wins and being able to try out software wins. Free trials are ever prevalent, so if you can take some of the most complex software in the world, which is cloud native infrastructure software, and make it very simple and easy for users to try out, I think there's nothing like it. I think that's a key competitive advantage that any company, ourselves included, is trying to look for. I'd say try it. Just like your users will be trying the platform, you can try the platform. You can gauge it for yourself. It's not an enormous task to go and build these type of labs. In fact, the platform itself is intuitive and easy to set up and use. So, just like your users are going to try out your product, why not try out this one and see if your users gain value from it. There should be no barrier. Yeah, for us, a lot of the Instruqt labs have been focused on open source software, and we continue to see more and more opportunities to teach different methods and complexities of how the open source software can be used. And yeah, we already have a couple more labs in the pipeline. They're all in maintenance mode right now. And then for our enterprise product, we also want to bring that into the foray as well. So, yeah, absolutely. Trying to grow as much as possible.